Welcome to the Empress Lioness, a sacred space where the spirit roars and the soul remembers everything. In each episode, we sit with visionaries, founders, creators, and healers. I'm your host, Karen Mitchell. Susie, let's talk about boundaries versus avoidance. How does a woman know the difference between protecting her peace and avoiding her growth?
Yeah. So I think there's so much confusion about what a boundary actually is. Like a boundary is something that you set for yourself. I think a lot of people think boundaries are things you give other people, and it's what you give yourself. It's a line where you say, if this happens, this is what I'm going to do in this situation to take care of myself.
Yeah.
And so avoidance, that's just kind of hiding and running away from things you don't want to deal with. So I think it's important, again, to think about your thoughts and what you're thinking about the situation to know whether you're taking care of yourself in that moment or you're just trying to hide.
Yeah. So, when did you realize your own inner voice was more trustworthy than the expectations placed on you? I think a lot of women struggle with that.
I think that it's like so many other things in life that you just reach a breaking point where you're like, this has got to stop because you're either burnt out or
Yeah.
you're exhausted or you're like, there's just got to be a better way.
Yeah. So how would a woman begin trusting herself again after years of people pleasing or self-doubt?
Yeah. I think it's a process, and I think that you can't change overnight,
Yeah.
and that you can't beat yourself up because you didn't change overnight
Yeah.
perfectly and become a new person the next day. So it's just part of the process. Like, we're just so conditioned to be so hard on ourselves that even when we're trying to grow and improve, we still don't give ourselves the compassion that we need. So I often tell people, like, just think about what you would say to a friend. What would you say to your daughter if you have a daughter? Like, would you say the things to yourself that you say to yourself to a 5-year-old?
Yeah. That's
No.
yeah. That's a good practice. What's the truth about womanhood or success or leadership that women are afraid to say but desperately need space to hear?
Oh, I think the truth about success is that if you are true to yourself, you will succeed and you will be happy and content and fulfilled, and that is the true measure of success. Is if you are living in your authenticity, being who you are, because the most important thing for women to know is that who they are as they are is good enough.
That is true. And a lot of women need to learn that, Missy. But
Yeah.
now I know you told us about the Zero F's Club, but I want you to take me on exactly how you help these women to start implementing everything that you teach or taught in their everyday lives when they
Sure.
sign up with the Zero F's Club.
Yeah. So when you sign up with the Zero F's Club, it's like an app, like the Calm app or any of
Okay.
those apps. And you get on the app, and I have daily affirmations. They're called the Listen Bitch affirmations because I'm going to tell you straight up what you need to hear. So there's daily affirmations, and then there's a special members only podcast where I do short things about different topics that women need to know and hear about so that they can start implementing. Like one topic might be about boundary setting, one topic might be about taking a break, things like
Yeah.
that, in short chunks because women are busy
Yeah.
and most coaching programs are like pretty time intensive. There's like workbooks and hours spent on Zoom calls, and
Yeah.
most women I know don't have time for that. So I give it to you in short, digestible chunks. And then there are longer episodes for the times when you actually do have time. And since it's on an app, you're not chained to your laptop. You can take it with you. You can
Yeah.
listen while you're taking a walk, or you're on the treadmill, or you're just laying on the couch, whatever it is you're doing. So the content is easily digestible, and there's something there for everybody, because some people are just give it to me bottom line, and some people
Yeah.
are like deep dive, and some people are just somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So I try to meet the women where they are. And in addition to those podcasts, I also have live calls,
Okay.
coaching calls, and then live hypnosis calls.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, Susie, if a woman is listening to you right now, which I'm sure they are, accomplished but tired, what do you want her to remember before she tries to fix anything?
I want her to remember that she doesn't have to fix herself, that she's okay the way she is. And maybe she just needs to hop on and have somebody else tell her that and give her permission to just be
I
yourself.
think a lot of women need to hear that, right?
Yes.
Susie, let our guests know how they can reach you or get in contact with you, and if they wanted to sign up for the Zero F's Club.
Yes. So the app is available in the Apple App Store in the United States. And you just go and you search and you type in the Zero F's Club, and it's there to download. Or you can visit my website at www.zerofsclub.com. And you can also find me on social media on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add for our listeners?
I would just encourage women to give themselves a break and be yourself, because who you are is good enough. I don't know a single woman who at some point doesn't think they aren't a good enough wife, a good enough mother, a good enough employee, a good enough friend, a good enough daughter. And I'm telling you, you are. And if you don't believe me, then you probably need to download the app and work on that.
Well, there you have it, ladies. This conversation wasn't about caring less. It was about caring wisely, about giving your energy and your compassion and all your attention back to yourself without apology and without explanation. If something in this conversation resonated, don't rush to resolve it. Sit with it, because the part of you that's tired isn't broken. She's ready to be chosen. So until next time, this is the Empress Lioness, and thank you for joining us, Miss Susie Lawrence. We appreciate your presence here in this space, and I will see you all on the next podcast. I'm your host, Karen Mitchell.